Hi, my name is Dr. Habib Dalhoumi. I am the Medical Director of Inspire Wellness, and today I have a beautiful couple on with me. I've been working with this couple for a few years. I'd like for them to share their story on bioidentical hormone therapies, their relationship going through the changes of menopause, how they went through that, how they worked as a couple, where they are today, and how they may be able to give you information to inspire you to look into these kind of modalities. So again, thank you for being here. Daryl and Bonnie, we spoke briefly separately at one point based on the specifics of the hormone therapies. I was hoping that if we could turn back the clock a little bit. Now you're both in your mid 60s.
Yep.
I think if those that are looking and viewing now are going to say, wow, mid 60s, amazing, if we can be there, please help us, whatever. Let's listen to what they're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. So if we can backtrack a little bit, going through maybe the late 40s into the early 50s, back when things were starting to change, and we had talked about the fact that you were looking into bioidentical hormone therapies or hormone therapies in general. What can I do to maintain my youth and my vibrance and vitality as long as I possibly can? Maybe if you can discuss, instead of the treatment options and what we did or what had been done for you in the past, but what were the things you were experiencing and how that affected you as a couple? If you could talk about that.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
That time in my life, we had just recently started in a business, so we had the pressure of starting. I left a company I'd been with for 20 years, started in our own business. That brought pressure into the house, as well as Bonnie was going through changes in her body that she didn't understand, that we were trying to figure out answers to what was going on, what was happening to her. She knew things weren't right, but we couldn't find anybody to put a finger on it. Mm-hmm. And I'll let her discuss what was happening with her body.
That was when I had the hysterectomy and began to, and my quest wasn't even for youthfulness. It was for strength. It was just to go back to normal.
Yeah.
Little did I know that it would take me so much further than that.
Yeah.
So much further.
So you were kind of ill per se, and
I
sort
was.
of let's fix what's going on,
Find an answer.
and then figure out where we've come to now.
And he saw how well it helped me, what a difference it made for me. I began my life in my early 50s. That's when I bought my first business. That's when
It's amazing.
I took off like a shot. About the time my grandchildren were being born.
Amazing.
Is when I took off like a shot. I was healthier, stronger. I still have more energy than people half my age. And of course, this guy does too. And it's made such a difference for him too. He saw what happened for me and then was open to talking to you when he began to experience some issues. That's when he became open to it because
Right.
he had seen what it had done for me.
Right. Exactly. So yes, I mean, in a scenario now where in your mid 60s and you compare yourself, and this would be great. I mean, if you can share this, where you are now, the things you're doing now, compared to where you were 15 years ago, or let's say 25 years ago, and what that means to the people around you now, your children, your grandchildren, the people you come into contact every day. I mean, how do they see you now? What is that experience? How do you feel them?
Well, if you took it from my grandkids, they bought me a T-shirt that says, because Grandpa should be just a little bit dangerous. So that's how my grandkids see me. So
I love it.
Yeah, life has returned to a point of excitement. We're excited about the future.
That sounds like the early 20s.
Exactly.
Right? Late teens almost.
Exactly.
It's rebirth.
It's
It's like a rebirth.
I don't feel 65 years on me. I don't. And part of that is because of the therapy I'm getting. I experienced a period of time where I was experiencing the fatigue and all the other things that went along with the drop-off and what was happening to me, but it's back up, it's changed. And part of the thing too, when Bonnie was going through her thing, we were searching desperately to find out what was wrong.
Yeah,
What
why?
was the
What
cause
can
of
be
this?
done?
Why is she feeling the way she's feeling? And it took us to doctors in LA and other places and trying to discover what the problem was. And it was at a place in time where nobody would touch hormones, it seemed like. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to do that for you because of much of the controversy that was surrounding it at that time.
Exactly.
Because of improper testing and other things that were going on, gave it a bad name.
It's true.
And so we struggled with finally finding out what was happening with her. And once we found out with her, when I started experiencing the things it was a natural lead in knowing where to go and what to do. She had laid all the groundwork in finding out what made her feel like she needed to feel.
Yes.
And we left out a really good part of this as a couple, because this is a couple interview.
Yes.
The libido.
Excellent.
Libido is
Way up.
Way up. We
Amazing.
have more fun now than we have had ever because we
talk
have the
about that?
time. We have the
love
time,
it.
we have the health, and we
Yes.
have the drive.
It's
So,
amazing. No, I mean,
really
and
makes a
then we
difference.
can, and it's funny because I just read an article, actually, it was, I think it was in Newsweek, and it talked about the population now is more depressed and having less sex than ever before. And that population is mostly 20s, 30s, 40s. You know, it's
Yeah,
not even
young
talking
ones.
about those that are older. So imagine that. There is no reason that we need to be going backwards. We're living longer. Are we living better? That's a good question. We have more disease. We have so many more disease processes now. But hormone therapies, it's where we are now in science. Eventually, we will be able to change the genetic code. We'll be able to replace organs that are going to give us these hormones. But right now, we're restoring them because we're living 30 years longer than we ever did before. What is that quality of life? Exactly, you're describing that. There's no reason that age 65, you don't have a better libido, better body composition, more energy than you ever did before. Perfect.
We're excited about the future.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Again, Dr. Habib Dalhoumi, Medical Director of Inspire Wellness. If you'd like to hear more on bioidentical hormone therapies, anti-aging processes, all the things that you can do to maintain your youth as you age, please contact us at inspiresd.com.